watching that throughout, I was just like, yeah, okay.
Is this a different round?
He's like doing all the same hat tricks that everyone does.
Same round.
And then like at one point I was like, it was when he did the splits in the court, I was like, that got me. And then he didn't stop. And I went,
and that was halfway.
Yeah.
Bro, I've seen so many people try to do a hat trick where they're like, yeah. Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
And then I...
Welcome to the...
Is it recorded?
Yeah.
Please don't put this in.
Put it in, just beep everything out. But just have the hands. And then just leave. And then I... Please do that. It'll get so many views. Do that.
I'll try.
Don't do that.
That's the trailer.
If you guys don't have to leave immediately after this, you can help
You
me.
don't understand what we're seeing.
Hey.
This is how bright it is.
Hey.
It's fucking
I
ridiculous.
could have just put that screenshot in there.
We'll put it in then. Wait, let me
Guys.
do it this way so you can do it. Let's think of the capsule.
Guys.
I'll say it again.
Guys.
You don't understand what we're seeing. Wide shot. Would it be this?
Probably, yeah. That's how I see it.
Why do you have the clicker sound on?
Because it sounds like a real camera.
It does sound like a real camera.
Do you have the
As a
clicker sound?
photographer, I can confirm that that's what a real camera sounds
Do you have
like.
the clicker sound on yours?
No. Because I have a real camera that makes that sound.
Exactly. Why would he need it?
Wait. How did I become on your side?
Listen. The boys are back.
The boys are back in town.
Boys are backing down.
I feel like he's never heard the song before. He's like, that sounds like a song.
Didn't they sing that in a Heathrow once?
In Heathrow.
You remember the advert? They were just singing to people and they were coming in.
Like a flash mob.
No,
I hate
they were
flash
just kind of
mobs.
like
I hate flash mobs.
What's our feelings on flash mobs?
flash mobs.
I fucking hate flash
Let's
mobs.
start there.
I fucking
Why?
love them.
I have
Why
a
and
friend
why?
who,
Organizes them.
yeah, I think she's like got a really successful business off of it. I just don't like the thing of like them going to a studio and being like, we're going to learn this and do this, yeah. Da, 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 da. 6, 7, 8. Perfect, guys, right.
Literally our whole careers.
I just hate the whole process of like
hold on.
going to a studio and learning silly dance moves and getting paid for it.
But then like afterwards, it's like they'll go to like, I don't know, a train station. They'll be like, what time is it? What time is it? Who go? And everyone just does this.
What's that?
I'm being an audience member.
You got to be the ones that are just trying to get home.
Yeah, just excuse me, I'm late for my train.
It's either that, it's either this. Or it's this. Like, there's no in between. I feel like this isn't going
The way I thought it would go.
the way I thought.
No, but you know what annoys me about flash mobs is when they act like they're not a part of it and they're just walking like, I'm a bit, but it's always like the most like extreme version of the stereotype.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm just a fucking builder going to build some shit, yeah, and they're just like carrying bricks or something, and then they're like, and pot beret and
there's a guy waiting.
These emails.
Do you know when it started? And you got the second lot that way, and there's a guy like,
yeah,
I wish this would hurry up.
yeah. I'm a businessman that's too impatient to see my kids. Yeah. You know what? I got asked a few times to like film. I know people that film like flash mobs, like as videography jobs, and it confuses me. I never got to do the jobs, but I was like, so we're pretending this is like a real thing, but there's just a guy with a with a camera. Like,
I've never thought of that.
like I'm part of the flash mob. Oh well, I guess I'll get my camera out.
They're just not cool.
Yeah, they're not.
I feel like
But they
they're
make
not cool.
so much money.
Yeah, they're not cool.
You know
Who
what?
pays them?
I feel like it's
The people that
we did
order
one.
them.
Oh, people order them.
You were there for
No, I wasn't.
as the mail.
Oh, post. Yeah, I know. I didn't do that one with Cara Delevingne.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah.
It's Cara Delevingne.
There was a flash mob with her in London Bridge somewhere or wherever it was, and basically everyone just had to dance around her.
Yeah.
I didn't go because I wasn't invited.
Oh.
Imagine they invited all the poppers in the country and didn't invite me.
I want want a biscuit.
Is that? Oh, let me get. Are they marshmallows?
Marshmallows.
The mid.
Biscuits. Thanks, Abe. You left so many. Pussy or biscuits.
Mince pies.
Mince pies. Thanks. Shout out to Nads for the.
Oh wait, have we actually started?
Yeah.
Can we do the intro?
Yeah. What's the intro?
I just want to say apologies to Joe.
Go on. Let's talk about it.
So Joe had his event when?
Wednesday.
That was Wednesday. Okay. And Joe, I owe you a massive apology. You invited me. I saw the message and I didn't reply, and I'm really sorry. I really wanted to go.
He didn't because he didn't reply. If he really wanted to go.
Oh,
if he really wanted to go.
No, that's not true.
Lee, how does it feel to be under a bus right now? And how does it feel that Abe threw you there?
No, it's okay because Abe doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Oh!
Sometimes you can want things and it cannot happen and you can just forget. And Joe, I'm sorry.
He really
You
wanted
deserve
to
an
go
apology.
and made no effort to do the thing he really wanted.
Abe's on sassy time today, isn't he?
I also have a child. Abe is a child.
Such a prick.
None of what he said is false.
You know what I have to say?
Was it good?
It was really good, bro. Like,
It looked really a lot of blacks. No, it looked really busy.
it was, bro.
Look packed.
He fucking packed it out. Like,
Luke's pissed.
no,
I think
it's sick.
I think actually he was like happy he didn't come because I saw him put it up on his stories like, "Hey guys, if any of you
Yeah.
like, aren't coming, can you please cancel your tickets, please?" Because there's a
He's
lot
so
of people.
funny,
on the
like-
wait list.
Really?
Yeah.
Because it's, I think the capacity is, I want to say like 150 or something like that. And he had like, because the tickets were free, we just had to register. It's a little bit dangerous because sometimes people will buy a ticket and then be like, "Oh, it doesn't matter if I don't go because I didn't pay for it, so I'll just get the ticket in case I go."
Yes.
And then you get screwed because there's people that want to go that can't get a ticket. But he had like sold it out and there was like a long waiting list. So, and then he was like, "All right, so if anyone's not planning on coming, like, let me know." And then he was texting me and Max in the morning. I'm sure it's fine to tell this story, but he was like texting me and Max and he's like, "Yeah, guys, people are like dropping out, like blah, blah, blah. Like, you know, people are canceling and whatever." And I was like, "Oh shit." And then he was like, "Yeah, I'm still like, I've still got like 20 people left on the waiting list. It's just like people at the end of the waiting list had dropped out." I was like, "Bro, you're over capacity already. It doesn't matter. Like, what a problem to have." It's like, yeah, people are dropping out. I mean, they wouldn't be able to get in anyway, but
That's sick.
yeah, he had so many people there, and so many people that like wanted to come and were talking about it. It's sick. I think the way he did the whole event was sick. Like last week we were talking about that event that didn't go well, but like I said to Joe on the night, but it's like everything he did, I feel like was perfect to make like a good event. Like it's not just like, because the cutoff and the actual videos of it are really sick, and we'll talk about that more. I want to talk about when Joe and Max are here more, but the actual episodes are sick, and it was really cool to like have a screen in there. But I just think he did it perfectly. Like there wasn't too much going on. He had the 2 episodes, and after each episode, well, I was hosting, so after each episode we did a little like 10-minute like, or less than that, like chat with Joe and the 2 dancers that were in the episode.
Sick.
So it's like they came up and sat down and we like kind of said like, "Oh, how was the process?" Whatever. Did that little break, another episode, little questions, and then there was a little break and then a performance by UPG, which is like Kane and those guys.
UPG.
And yeah, it was just like perfect. Like it wasn't too long. There wasn't too much going on. There was enough time to like chill and dance and get a drink. Obviously free bar at Red Bull and like central London venue. So it was like easy for everyone to get to. But
Get hammered.
I would imagine so. I was driving, so I didn't, but like, yeah, I can imagine. But yeah. So
How did you find hosting? I know you've hosted before, but how did you find
well, I
hosting
haven't
before?
actually. Well, like the only time I've hosted was the AIM takeover.
Yeah. So
Yeah, when I did the
why I
Capsule
wanted to
night. That's the only time I've actually hosted. Like even the 1 year anniversary wasn't. We were all podding there.
and it's
Yeah,
for
yeah.
you. This is for
Yeah, it's like
hosting.
on like for someone else where it's not about my stuff, and it's like I have to curate his event and
Yeah.
not just like go off on my whatever I want to talk about. But
How's that?
it was really cool, man. I want to do more of it, and it was I really enjoyed it. Like people gave me compliments, which is not like they said it was good, so that's always helpful. But yeah, you know what's crazy is like when I did the first maybe like 3 or 4 episodes of the pod, like even before the capsule, so like the first interviews, I was like so insecure and like like I was just like, oh my God, I've said like opinions that are recorded and people are going to listen. Like and it was like, not even now I'm having way more like not edgy opinions, but more like real opinions. At the beginning, I was like, well, cause like the twins are quite popular. And I was like, oh God, like they've heard me say that the twins are popular. But, yeah, and then I was like, so like even putting them up, I was like, oh my God, like it's so nervous. And then like now even hosting and talking in front of people, it's like it's almost not a thing. Like it's super natural and I don't get stressed. I don't even really need to think about how I'm going to do it or what I'm going to say. I'm just like, make sure I know all the information that I need to know. Like, is there anything like say with Joe, I'm like, is there anything I shouldn't say about the cut off or that you definitely want me to mention? Like anyone you want me to thank or whatever. And as long as I have all the information in my head, I know that it's like knowing all your moves in a battle. It's like, you don't have to plan what you're going to do. It just, in the moment you can be like, oh yeah, I'm going to do that floor work move or, whatever. It was kind of like that. It's like, I have it all in my head. So now I can just talk. And it's like, I was like, fuck, like 2 years ago, I was like never that natural, like talking in front of people.
Did you 2 years ago, do you remember any type of anxiety or fear on public speaking? It's like a huge thing. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. But not like,
see, I never would have thought that.
Really?
Yeah.
Not so much like I would be scared to talk in front, like if, I don't know, like if we were at some fucking conference or something and I had to go up and like talk about something in front of people, I don't think I'd be scared necessarily, but I think more when it was like recorded and I was like, not only can people listen to this, if I'm in a room and it's like, I say something, you can be like, oh, I didn't like what Luke said. And then you could tell your friends, oh yeah, Luke said this really annoying thing the other day. But it's different when it's like recorded. You can like screenshot it, send it to a friend or like put it on your Instagram and be like, look at Luke saying this thing I disagree with. And like, right. And I'm not able to like defend myself or whatever. Cause it's like, you could write 27 Insta stories about what I've said and it's recorded. I'm not live being able to debate with you. Yeah. So it's like all that type of stuff that I was scared about of like, and it was actually like the first time. I've always been opinionated and I've always like put Facebook statuses or whatever, but it's the first time like really it's, what you were saying, we were talking kind of about yesterday about like the two sides of the same coin kind of thing. It's like the thing I love about pods is also the scary thing. It's like, it's 2 hours of my real opinions. And like, if you talk for 2 hours, you can't hide. Like there's no like, well, you can to an extent, but it's like after 2 hours of relaxing and chatting with your friends, it's
especially
like
every week.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like you kind of, people are going to see the real you, so you have to be confident in like, at least if it's not, I'm not confident in everything I'm saying is right, but like that at least people are going to be like, oh well, like he has a reason. And even if I like, I was going on about hip hop a few weeks ago and like people were cussing, like Kieran and Brooke were like, you were talking shit on that pod, but like,
but good. You know what? Yeah, I think good because like we get into this really weird phase at the moment where it's like anything written or recorded is can be scrutinized differently to someone just talking out loud. It's like there's this weird effect where because it's written and it's unchanging, we think that it has to be infallible. And it's like
because you're right.
Yeah, and it's like you're not allowed to write or talk through your thoughts when it's documented. But in conversation, it's like he was just kind of like saying it, or what did he actually say? Oh well, maybe he didn't mean this in tone. And it's like, so what? Just because it's written or recorded, we're meant to say, oh, actually, you're fucking wrong as shit.
Yeah.
Especially the people that won't have their opinions recorded or written down anywhere. Because there are a lot of people that are afraid to put their opinions out publicly. Yeah. Even in the scene as well, man, who will criticize stuff, but they won't like, and I know some of the people that have criticized you've offered to come on and they won't come on. And it's like,
this is not about Kieran and Brooke, by the way.
Oh yeah, fuck Kieran and Brooke. But it's like, they've both been on.
Yeah,
but it's
exactly.
Like it's like in those situations, I just think, what's the end goal here in terms of criticizing? Like let's just like figure some shit out and I'm gonna say some stuff that's wrong.
100%, and I think that's the thing where it's like if I just did one pod, laid out all my opinions and then never did it again, it would be like easier to criticize. But I feel like because I'm doing it every week, you're going to see maybe the growth and especially if I do this has already been like 2 years. It's like, and even now there's pods that I listen back. I won't say which ones, but I'm like, I am not that person anymore. Like now I say, like I
say it.
No, I'm sure you could guess.
Which episode?
But yeah, but there's multiple topics where I'm like, I don't even feel like that anymore. But that's kind of the point, is like you grow, and in 10 years it's like, and I think that's also kind of the point of the pod, is like to document moments in time. So like when I did the AIM podcast, hopefully when they're like 57 and they're all like OGs and stuff, it's like, oh, look at you when you're all in your young 20s, like talking on the pod about this silly stuff or whatever.
Young 20s?
Are they?
Oh, I thought you meant us.
No, like AIM guys. I mean,
I blacked out for 8 seconds and I missed out the important detail.
nice. But yeah. I can't remember what I was
It's kind of
saying.
like
But yeah, you're right.
that Black Mirror episode, like in the first season that they filmed years ago, when you could like have recall in your brain. Like that's how people are these days, isn't it?
Yeah, man. And they do this mad thing where it's like, you said this 2 years ago on the pod, and it's like, yeah, man, people change.
Yeah.
Like-
Like at that time, I thought that was true. And
Like,
now-
don't we promote growth?
Yeah.
And then it was like, and then when you do, we don't value it. It's like,
Be a complete human now.
Yeah.
Forever.
No, it's very true.
yeah.
So yeah, the event was good.
Yeah, next topic.
Event-
People got-
Next.
People
No,
got
event was
drunk.
sick. Yeah, loads of people there.
How did Joe find? Have you spoken to him since?
I think he was like, I was like, I texted him like the next morning. I was like, be honest,
went well.
you cried a bit after the event, didn't you? He's like, no. But like, it was like really good. And like so many, I mean, Joe's already like, doesn't like putting himself at the, like, I had to convince him to be a part of the interviews. He was like, no, just interview the dancers. I was like, bro, you are the
your
main
thing.
thing of this. Oh, well, I don't want to like,
I'm the
he doesn't.
director.
Oh,
No,
bless
just
him.
talk to the actors. But what about the director? Nah.
Yeah. Which is sweet. It's better to be that way than to be the one that's
The
like,
other
it's
way.
all about me.
Yeah.
But no, but like I think it was nice to see where like, especially for me as a videographer or someone that does this type of stuff, like there's so many things that Joe does and like helps people out or does videos and stuff, and it's like for him to get all that recognition and for people to be like, oh, you're fucking sick. I think it's dope. And
Like
like,
a little sweet Pokemon. Isn't
yeah,
it?
just a whole night of kind of like celebrating him and his work is like, I think we need more of that in
Yeah.
various places. You know, it could be anything. It could be like as a choreographer, as a battler, but like
Yeah,
these
you're
moments where you
right.
can celebrate someone for what they did.
You're right, because that thing, do you know when like everyone was celebrating Debo at your event?
Debo. Yeah.
Yeah. I thought that was really cool, but I was like, oh, it's a shame that we had to wait like 10 years to do this, because I didn't,
Yeah.
I wasn't aware of a lot of stuff that he did, but it was like, you're right. It's nice that we can be like, oh, what have you been working on recently? And
Yeah.
let's talk about that shit. Like, yeah, I really like that.
And you know what I thought was sick, and this is why I thought you would like the event as well. It was so like for a packed out dance event, it wasn't like any other dance event that has happened in a long time. Besides maybe the Capsule, the AIM screening that we did. Like in the sense that it's like a film screen. And bro, you know what was sick? And it fucking gassed me so much just in general, because I realized I haven't talked to you guys about this. It's actually real conversations. We're not just podding. But we watched the 2 episodes. They're both like 20 minutes or so long, right? And it's like, we're so used to watching like video content on our phones or on YouTube or whatever by ourselves or with a couple of friends maybe, that it's like, I forgot how sick it was to be like in a room full of people like watching a video and all the little bits. Cause like, I think Joe and Max, like shout out to them on the edit. Cause basically, so with the cut-off is me, a guy called Dan Burns, who's Joe's friend, Sophia, and Max and Joe, like all filmed on it. So we got behind the scenes, different stuff. I did a lot of the behind the scenes while Joe was actually filming the video. And then Joe and Max completely did the edit themselves, right? So there was loads of moments that they like picked out, or obviously through hours of footage, like picked out these things and edit it in a certain way. And it's like, when he sends me the drafts or the edits or whatever, I'm looking at it and I'm laughing and I'm like, oh, that's sick or whatever. But it's mad to see like 150 people like laugh because of a little edit Max did, or like a little moment that I caught like while the shoot was going on. I like pan to the person here and they say something funny and I'm like, oh, I'm glad I caught that. But then it's like everybody's appreciating it and laughing at the same time and like enjoying the same bits. And like there's bits where you hear everyone go, oh, like it's just like sick to, because you're so not used to that. You're like, any video that's online, you never watch it with a group of people.
That's so true.
And it's like, it made me kind of have faith in, you know, everyone complains about social media and like, oh, everything's just 10-second TikToks now, like nobody cares about real blah 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 blah. It like made me have faith in that. I'm like, we're here watching 20-minute like video content in real life all together, and people are like reacting. Bro, I was thinking this while we were watching. I was like, I've been to battles with high level dancers that were more dead than this, like crowd wise. Like the crowd were like, everyone was like laughing, cheering, like there's a bit that looks cool and they go, ooh, and then they're like, something happens and then they're like, oh, like, you know, the little breaks between each section. So it's like the first section is like they rehearse the thing and then they go to shoot, but then Joe's made it so there's like a blackout and then it goes like section 2 shoot or something. And it's like,
nice.
At that point, like everyone's like, oh yeah, like, and it's so sick. It's like so many people are like reacting to this video shit, which we're told like, oh no, but not we're told, but like people say, oh, no one gives a shit about, they only want like quick content. It's like, well, they fucking don't, because everyone left their house, got dressed, came, sat and watched a thing and loved it. And I was like, this is the shit. Like, this is really cool that people can do that, and there's like an audience for it. I think.
looked like a very like a mature space, like a bunch of like grown ups coming together. And like, even doesn't matter age wise, but just being like, let's just enjoy this thing that we want to watch. Oh, that's really cool, isn't it? And it was like
100%.
very relaxed. Everyone could do what they want. I feel like maybe at battles or whatever, there might be a bit where it's like, well, I kind of want to get food or whatever. In that setting, it's like, we got the drinks if we want. I'm sure everyone ate before they came out because it was at a specific time start, and then you just get to enjoy the thing that you love with everyone else.
And I think there's a lot of credit to Joe in the sense of like how he organized the event was centered around, because there's no performers or there's no battlers, it's just a video being played. You're left with no choice but to center the event around the audience. Like, how will they want a break? Like, we can play the video whenever we want, but how long will they want a break? When can they go to the bar and get a drink? Like, he closed the bar while the filming was on.
Sick.
And so that in the breaks, what?
That's good.
Good, yeah.
That's good.
Like, so in the breaks, people were like, oh, this is my chance to get a drink. But he was also saying that it's quite noisy when something's happening, like there's a film screening. So he shut off the bar when the film screening was happening, so that it's like, all right, the bar's closing now, finish up getting a drink, come and sit down. All the focus is on this thing, which enables us not to be distracted or not to have conversation. Like, it was just
an actual show.
Just so well, like, well done, I think. And it's like, I think because, I mean, I always bitch about this, but because like in battles, we kind of have the misconception that it's all about the battlers.
I think it's perception.
The perception, yeah. Like, I mean, it's like the wrong perception.
Misconception.
Misdirection.
Skin complexion.
So, but yeah, we think it's all about the battlers, and we just think, fuck the audience, they'll come if they come. Whereas, like, if we switch that and we were like, it's all about the audience, the battlers will come if they come.
Yeah.
I think it would be a way different vibe, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a really dope
like
event. And the first episode is out on YouTube now.
Bing bong.
Have you've seen it, the first episode at the Capsule one?
Yeah.
The film screening. Remember,
Mind
Joe?
you, he was very sick that
Oh,
day.
you were? You might have left.
He might have
Because I think it was like second to last. You went after the film I made about you.
Hey.
You can answer if you want.
Yeah, I might just take this. Sorry.
You can just answer it on the pod.
Hey.
What secrets have you got?
Hey. Yeah.
Kid problems.
He definitely left.
You were?
He definitely left.
Yeah, because
was throwing
his one
up.
was first, right? The one I did was first.
Yeah, because he was throwing up and shit.
Yeah, Lee was very
I think
sick.
your
So
one
you might
was
not have seen
last,
it.
right?
Oh, was mine last?
No, cut off was last, right? Yeah.
I think it was last.
Yeah. He would have gone.
was that sick?
Remember the Capsule, the AIM takeover?
Yeah.
You were really sick, and I showed the film about you first, I think, because you were sick. I was like, I'll show it first so that you can go after.
Oh, did I leave straight away?
Oh no, I think you.
Or you slept or something.
I slept on the floor for sure.
Yeah, you were
yeah.
out, like.
Yeah, I was fucked.
So you might not have seen it. I reckon you should definitely watch
What one was it? Sorry.
it. The Cut-Off with Tally and J Funk.
No, I did watch that. Yeah,
did watch
I
it?
was like. No,
Just like sick dribbling over.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
this is pretty
No, I
good.
really liked that one.
cutter.
That was really cool.
And the second
shoot it
episode is good
outside.
as well. Yeah.
Watched it.
And the second episode is really good as well.
Sick.
Yeah, just really dope. I was saying that while I was hosting that, like, one thing that I think is really cool as well is that Joe and Max obviously were dancers before they did this professionally. Yeah, Joe was in a crew called Antics who
Was
were
Joe
like
breaking?
got to dance and stuff. Yeah.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah. So that's how he knows a lot of people from the scene.
All right, Joe and Max.
What about Max?
Nice.
Max did. I don't know what his name of his group was, but he was down where he lives. He was in
The
like,
Deep
crew.
Voice crew.
The Deep Voice crew, yeah. But he did a lot of like choreo stuff as well. But I think what's
Mad.
cool
Like when you see people like that, you just don't expect that. You're just like, you've never danced a day in your life.
Yeah. I wonder if people think that about us, like the younger ones.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
That's mad.
Left feet
it's
over
like
here.
what you know people for, you know. It's like if you don't know them for dance.
Yeah.
That's mad. Fuck. That's so cool.
But what I was saying in the hosting was that what was I going to say? The thing that's cool is that doing these things is like, obviously it's a rehearsal process and it's like them shooting a video and blah, blah. Something that like kind of we do a lot in the dance scene. But Joe and Max are like sick at picking out moments that we all connect with as dancers.
Yes.
So it's like, there's a bit in the rehearsal where it's like, let's say Jordan says like, let's do this thing where we like stand on one leg or whatever. And it's like, And then later on when he's filming, it's like, he's like, oh, fuck, this standing on the leg thing is hard. Like, why did we choose to do this or whatever? And they make a funny edit out of it. But it's like, that's such a thing that we recognize from the process. Like, you have this bright idea in rehearsal and then you're like, ah, fuck, the actual practicalities of doing my idea is so annoying. Like, I wish I didn't have this good idea because it's annoying. But, or like, you've got to do it 10 times and you're like, it was good if I did it once, but now I have to keep doing the thing. But it's like all those moments that it's like you are kind of only, not that you only connect with if you're a dancer, but you especially connect with if you've done it and you're like, you find it funnier or more touching or whatever because you've been there.
It's not people. Sorry, go on.
You go.
I was just going to say, it's not people who have no idea about dance or have never been in the scene curating these videos.
Yeah, it's like,
This is what you dancers like. Look,
Exactly.
it's Adidas. We don't actually care about that type of stuff.
Do the flip.
yeah.
But I think you're right. Like, and I think like on both of your points, like I think it's actually a nice way to introduce people who don't know anything about it into the kind of the intimate moments that we have in making these things.
Oh, that's what they value.
Yeah, it's like oh man, they really want to do this leg thing. Like, it's like,
And you see kind of like how and why you come to decisions, like some things, because I feel like that's what, you know, when I don't know if you have this about acting. I don't know why I poked you like that. Okay. Do you know if you have this about acting? But like, it's like, no, don't touch me. But like, you know, when people like think that they're like talking about something really specific, but they just get it so wrong that it's like, you know, I always get that with like Step Up movies or like the dance movies when they're like, it's like, it's all about coming together to win the big competition. It's like, we never do that. Like, that's not what our, you know what I mean? Or they're like, oh, I don't know, like the thing about like one dancer betrays the other and goes on the other team. And it's like, oh, the friendship is like these things that you think are like the internal moments of the dance world. It's like, that's not the, but we have plenty, but you're picking the wrong ones. Like, yeah. But I don't know if like with acting, maybe with like movies about acting or something, they're like, I don't know, the bit where they're looking, I don't know, I'm just making shit up, but like they're looking in the mirror trying to get accents. It's like, that's not how we do it. We'd be on YouTube doing it, or, you know what I mean?
I'm sure there's loads of things. There's loads of little like micro
nuances.
Cosms, nuances, I think nuances
that's a good point.
Better. Yeah, I like that in general. It's more people
like dancing in the rain.
It's more like if people are like,
no one's ever done that.
Yeah, no.
I've got to just and it's like, it's not even like, if it was him doing drills, like imagine it was like someone doing popping drills or doing like exercises.
And it's like, you're fucking grass.
Training, exactly. But if he's just doing a full out freestyle, it's like, why are you doing a full round? Like, what was the point of this?
Facing the camera.
Like, if someone was like,
this is never something we do.
And someone was like, let's finish this in the streets. No one would be like, yeah. We'd be like, nah, man, it's warm in here.
In November.
It's like, let's finish this in the streets, and then there's just a whole bunch of dancers standing outside going, this is the fucking worst event ever. Like, what the fuck is this? Like,
but in the movies, they're like,
it's like, we're all professionals.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what you said. You said it's not like people that are outside the dance scene making these things. Who said that?
Yeah.
Oh fuck! And sometimes it does happen where you know that like, oh, we're gonna do this outside after the event. It's just a shit cycle with no music.
Bro. Like after like 5 minutes.
Imagine have you seen the thing where it's like the videos of like people dancing, but it's like how it would actually sound? It's like
That's what it is.
It's like that. It's like when you see like breakers call each other out outside. It's just like.
What time do you got work tomorrow?
Yeah. And it's just two people having a conversation next to them. Somebody's phone. Diddly diddly diddly.
Yeah, I'll come home. I'll go put the kids to bed. This is kind of shit now.
It's like I'm just watching a call out. No, it's really boring.
Fuck.
Yeah, man, it's sick.
Yeah, no. So shout out to Joe. The episode is on YouTube now. So go Monkey Flip Media, The Cut Off. Go check that out. It's with Tally and J Funk. Great episode. Really well.
I think it was called Camel Hump or something like that. I swear I saw a comment on one of your podcasts recently, and they were like, I always thought Monkey Flip Media was called like Camel Hump or something like that.
Camel Hump Media.
No, it was. I mean, Camel Hump is wild.
I just said Camel Hump.
But there was something
hilarious
like that.
if everyone starts calling Monkey Flip's fucking company Camel Hump now.
Camilla said, it is Camilla. She said Monkey Priest his name's Joe Priest. So she thought instead of Monkey Flip, it's Monkey Priest Media. Oh. Now, where did Camel come from?
I don't know, man. I'm a kid. You said that at the beginning.
And I'm a dad. They store fat in their humps.
Yeah.
Camel hump capacity. Oh, shit.
Brilliant. So yeah, it was a good event. Go check it out. Also, while we're on the subject of things that are out on YouTube, my podcast with Paradox is out, and Dylan Mayoral, who came.
Yeah, I've got an interesting comment about that.
Yeah, go for it.
The trailer. I mean, I've already said it to you, but I'll say it again on the podcast. I want to hear what you said.
Yeah, okay.
Paradox made a comment about. Luke asked him a question like, "Is there anyone that you would like say I lose?"
Well, for people that don't get the context, in Summer Dance Forever, the way it happens is you do the battle, and at the end they ask you if you thought you won or you lost. So if I go to Abe and say you won or lost, if he says he won and Lee says he won, you go an extra round or it goes back to the judges.
Makes
if
sense.
he says he lost, Lee automatically wins and vice versa. So you're allowed to like kind of forfeit the battle if you think for whatever reason
Automatically, they don't say like, if he goes, he lost, and I'm like, no, but wait, I
no,
lose.
as soon as he says you lost, you're through.
So then it's just whoever gets asked first.
Yeah.
It's weird, right?
That seems like there's a fault in that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he said
He's like, I lost. No, I lost. I'm not going through. We both lost.
I'm the loser. No,
I lose harder. So yeah, he asked Paradox like, is there anyone that you would like probably say that to? And he was like, if I don't know his accent, so I'm just making it up. If I face Joseph Go, I think it was difficult.
Making him French, but fine. Yep.
What is he?
Dutch.
You were going to say black.
If he's Dutch, I wonder. There's a
Dutch.
Anyway, doesn't matter. We're derailing it. He said that he would
so
say
I
to
just for
Joseph-
context as well, I said if because you're not fucking explaining. No, because I said
Careful.
would you say you lost anyone out of respect of like, because there's a few people that I've seen that have done that have been like, oh, like say Lee's my teacher since I was young or something, and I'm like, or I can't even go to the judges to see if I won. So I'm like, no, I lost because he deserves to go through more than me. Like it's not even about the rounds.
Yeah.
So I said to him, would you? Is there anyone that you would give up that level of respect to?
And he was like, yeah, because it's all about the essence and the culture and the spirit and the avatar state. And I was like, yeah, cool, I hear that. But also, that doesn't happen in any other competitive sport ever.
But
like LeBron's not like, Michael Jordan, you score 70 on me, man, because you're about the culture of basketball.
But also, any other competitive sport has a
money.
No, has an objective measurement system. So we don't need to. There's no
subjective.
It's like you scored more baskets, you win.
Yeah, there's no discernment involved in it. It's just it's like, oh yeah, I beat him. I don't need to say that I lost to him because he clearly won.
Well,
you can go easier on someone, but you can't decide whether you've lost or not.
Yeah, but that's the thing. No one decides to go. Well,
And I mean,
suppose they wouldn't decide to go easier, to be
concept of someone else is the least objective part of the it's the least objective part of a non-objective fucking scene.
That's
you know what I mean?
interesting. Yeah.
Especially when you're the dancer, you can't fucking.
No,
it's not like you're dancing in third person.
It's just a fun concept, but there's no one I think on this planet that would argue that that's the most fair way to judge a battle. You know who we should ask? The guy who just danced, who has an interest in winning and gets money. Let's see what he thinks.
And has an awareness of like everything that he's just done.
Yeah, there's no one that
recall.
thinks that. But it's a cute concept if that's what you like. If you know that, I mean, that's the good thing about it being so famous is like, you know what you're signing up for. So also you battle in the judges and like people are vote. It's like the whole concept is not a fair thing, but it's quite a nice artistic.
I bet there's definitely dancers that have gone up there, said I lost because their round felt shit or whatever.
Yeah.
They've gone home, watched the replay back and
be like, I
fucking
won."
smoked it.
Yeah. And it's like, especially if you've got friends behind, because I feel like a lot of them will like turn and look at their friends. It's like, did you win or you lose? And they'll look. Imagine your friends are like, yeah, no, you lost.
Yeah.
They're like, just
Although I would trust that. I would trust that. If I turned to my mates and they were like,
so my thing in that conversation with Paradox, my thing in that conversation with Paradox was like, I wouldn't. Well, what I would do is just say I won regardless, just to go to an extra round.
Would you?
Yeah.
yeah, I'd just
Is
always
it?
say I
Even,
win.
bro, if I got fucking slaughtered by someone,
I won.
yeah,
These are the rules
I
you
battle Hoan and I just know all 3 rounds I got destroyed. I'm like, but then if I say I won and you say you won, we go an extra round and then the judges or the crowd decide. And I know I'm losing either way.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I'll take one
No,
more
because
round.
there are people that have said like I've won and they clearly lost, and then the tie round they did better than the other person, and then they win.
But I don't
And
take
don't
that
think
as.
about that.
Do you take that as like, oh, you fucking? I just take that as, oh, he's playing the game. He doesn't actually think he won.
I think he's playing the game, but I don't like to play the game that way.
So you would say you lost if you actually thought the person beat you? Really?
Yeah.
But you have no measurement of what you did.
Nah,
Well, when it's
you're,
drastic.
you're not the most objective, but you do have some awareness. If you're at that level when you're getting to the point in summer dance when you're at the position where you can choose that. So it's not, you're past the judge's decisions. When you're at that point, you're a dancer who should have enough self-awareness to be able to say that.
Yeah, especially if it's like a big if it's very close, it's like, I don't know, because you can't say I tie. So if it's if it's close, you're like, all right, fuck it, I won because I think it was close, I don't know. But yeah, if you've got like a drastic beating, you'd be like...
But you do have that, but what I'm saying is like your objectivity in like let's say for instance you're filming rounds at home or whatever. There's been multiple times where I've filmed myself and I've been like, as I'm dancing, I'm like, this feels shit. Like,
and then you look
at it. Shit, and then I stop. And then when I look back at it, the parts where I'm like feeling good isn't as good as the shit part. And I'm like, oh, that's actually really clean. That looks really nice.
Absolutely. But to be able to take all of that information, and you're as a person who's going to be dancing at a high level, you probably would have done that. I would expect to be able to see yourself in other battles, to know what the moves you do and the postures that you hold look like, so that when you're doing in the battle, you know roughly what they look like and the impact that they're going to have. And then when you see someone else do that same thing, and you can go, actually, I know that mine looks better than that, or nah, that looks better than mine, or oh, that's how it's supposed to look.
But there's, again, multiple times in battles where I've battled someone, and as I'm battling them, when I'm watching them, I'm like, no, that's really nice. You look really clean. Oh, this is going to be a hard battle. Like, I'm going to have to fucking try my hardest. And then when I watch it back, I'm like, oh no, I'm way higher level than them. Why did I feel scared of them or whatever in the moment?
Yeah, and I agree with you that I think that if you can look back on it, you can think, actually, yeah, I was wrong. Like, and I was better than I thought it was, or I was worse than I thought it was. Because sometimes we do stuff and we're like, this is fucking killing it.
Yeah.
It's like, you go back and you're like, what?
No, this is whack.
But you're being, like you said, you know what you're signing up for. The game is, do you think you won?
So just say I win.
No, man.
Yeah,
but what if you...
Do you want $1 million or not? $1 million, please.
That's not the game.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Basically, it is.
Do they give you any money?
If you win, only.
How much?
Oh, I don't know. But I think it's...
50 quid probably in the
something. I think it's like €1,000 or something. I don't know. I'm just speculating. Who knows?
Yeah.
Disclaimer at the beginning of the video. I'm allowed to speculate. Continue.
So am I. I bet they don't give you anything.
I know they definitely. I know they for sure do.
I heard.
Well, it's on the thing. Let's see.
Don't prove me wrong. But no, yeah, for sure. I just think that I just don't like lying, man. I think if it's a case of like,
do you like tiger
and bears?
Oh, nice.
I thought you went on board. No, but what I was going to say is...
I think you just got to say if you lose.
I wonder if anyone just went like, he asked him, you win or lose? I'd be like, oh, I was just fucking dancing, bro. Why are you asking me that question?
Yeah, I think people have tried, but they kind of push them and be like, kind of answer, man. Would you...
I don't. So we're going to be here all night.
This is your event.
Yeah. You have a time limit. I don't. I live here. Would you... is there anyone that you do that... You do like...
Just say I lost.
Yeah, you'd say you lost out of like respect. Because
out of respect? No.
No, to put it fairly... no, but I'm with you on that. If Vanessa made the funniest comment, she wrote on the thing. She was like, I don't care who you are, you're all going down, even if you're the Pope.
Yeah. Bruv, no, I'm so arrogant. Even now, I haven't battled in like 5 years. I think anyone could get it.
Yeah. But that's what you should have in a battle. I think the only thing that Paradox was saying, which I think, like, I don't know if it came across in the clip, but he was saying that to him, and I get when you're at a position of being that good or that like high level in the scene, you feel a bit more responsibility for the stuff. So he was like, I would want to promote the right type of dance, if you know what I mean, or like Joseph Go dances in a certain way. So if we battled, it's more important for him. I'm not saying I agree. I'm just saying this is his point.
Dangerous.
Like, it's more important for him to like be showcased more than for my personal gain of like wanting to have the win. Which I'm like
to control that.
Yeah, that like what's to say that he has any kind of
agreed.
Say
like or just even like what's the word I'm looking for? Any kind of effective measurement of what the correct or right dancing is to promote. Like how can he be the judge of that or think that he can be the judge of that in any capacity?
If you're being
you know what I mean? You know what I mean.
But if you're being asked to choose that's a bleep. Oh, brilliant.
You know what? All right. No one fucking you really
You make it
bleep.
It's all right, sunshine. It's not. We are not getting. We just want to see you dance. Carry on.
You know, it's just like I could just see my day getting longer and longer as you do. I'm like, that's
It's more work.
it's more and it's for me. Thank you.
I'm only joking. I'm only mucking about.
Oh, fucking hell.
Basically
What was I even going to say?
I don't know.
Yeah, but listen, I'm with. Oh,
I just wanted a bleep moment.
the dream team. This is how we Sonic. Oh, guys, honestly, after this, I'm going to take a break a leg.
Oh, fuck.
All right. So,
Getting back on track.
That's good. What are we saying
saying-
about?
no, yeah. So I'm
What was
with,
your question? Anyway, you can ask me something.
I don't know, but
Well-
I'm kind of with you in the sense that I don't think there's anyone I would do that to, because I think for me also the way I like to, it's like treat others how you like to be treated or whatever the shit is.
No.
I would not want,
they don't wanna
if
be
you
treated
smoked me and pop in,
Yeah.
and then you were like, no, Luke's been trying really hard, like he lost, I lost, he won. I'd feel more disrespected than if you just said you won. I'd be like, that's fucking so like, it makes me feel like shit that you put me through. And then what happens if I get fucking slaughtered in the next round by someone that Lee would have beaten? And I'm like,
100%.
you just let me go. Like, it's like, I don't know. I'd be like, just say you won. And when you say you lost to me is because you really feel like, fuck, Luke beat me. Like, I want to wait for that day. I don't want you to just give it to me.
I had that with
Even if it's my teacher or like someone. I know, like, it's like you've been popping way longer than me, and you were like one of the first people that I got into dance with, and in the popping realm, I have a lot of respect for you, but I would never, even if I thought I smoked you and you had a really bad round or whatever, I wouldn't be like, no, but out of respect, Lee. I'd be like, no, like I beat him, and he will be happy for me that I beat him. You know what I mean? Like, well,
there are
eventually after a few weeks
there are
of
like
not talking.
sports that do that, and I have an unpopular opinion in this based on the conversations that I've had with other people. But like, let's say for example, like Formula One, like if we're both I'm in first and second,
You win or you lose. I don't know. Hold on. Wait.
This is what I'm like.
Yellow.
Okay, now
It's three of us.
if I'm like first and you're second, but we both race for Mercedes,
Yeah.
it's like the last
Oh,
race.
that's a good analogy.
But if you get first, you win because you get total on points. Like
Ah.
first place will like slow down right at the end to let you win because you're going to win the whole cup.
And if you win, it won't really
And
make much
if
difference.
I win, it won't make much difference. But I'm just of the opinion, like, no, beat me.
Yeah,
I think I do
No,
it
I'm
in
with
like
that.
If you
situation,
didn't
though.
beat me, you don't deserve to get
Yeah,
first
I'm
and
that.
win the whole thing.
Yeah, I'm like,
But I
I'm
think,
not propping you up.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I agree in theory, but like if there's money and shit, you know what I mean? It's like, all right, if our team does well, we're both getting $100,000 bonus. So I'm like, fucking take the win, bro. You know what I mean?
Well, if I was getting money off of it,
No.
then...
It just in
No,
that.
if you're getting more money. If
If the whole team is like, say for example, it's like if Mercedes get a win, for example, like there's two of us, we're on Mercedes. If Mercedes get a win of the championship or whatever the fucking thing is in Formula One, we're all gonna get like this sponsorship or this investment in
bonus.
the
Just call it
thing.
bonus, yeah.
But if I don't win and you win, we're both not making it onto the podium, and none of us are getting that thing. I'd be like, oh, there's bigger reasons outside of this one race for you
Wait.
to take that. Does that kind of make sense?
No, why would that happen?
Because I'm thinking, like, you know,
hypothetically, it just says
if the choices are, if I win, we get, like, I win the whole thing. But if he wins, neither of us win the whole thing because I lose points and he wasn't in a position to. If it's like one of us is going to win first place of the whole.
This is such an extreme hypothetical. I'm
I mean,
literally-
that's how it works.
If a Mercedes
driver.
gets first place, Mercedes as a team, everyone gets $100,000 bonus. Let's say.
Yeah.
If I get first, even though I'm on Team Mercedes, I haven't made enough points to get on the leaderboard. If he gets second, he doesn't get first, so maybe the bonus isn't as big. But if I let him get first,
We all
then
get more
all
paid.
get more money. But in that one, I'm still winning something.
Yeah, no.
Right, okay.
If it's in this, I would still say if that's the case,
Yeah.
still beat me. Because it's like I don't want the extra bonus. I don't want us to all get the extra bonus.
I'd be so pissed if I imagine
really.
your pit crew and you're just fucking changing tires. And you're like, because of your fucking.
Yeah, really.
I can just
I'm
imagine like Lee a week later being like, "Yeah, I beat him. The boiler broke."
fucking. I just got $50,000 bonus. I'm pissed because the fucking boiler broke. $45,000 boiler. Fuck.
You didn't.
You just said not as big. The bonus wouldn't be as big. That's what.
Okay,
Yeah,
maybe,
right. So
yeah.
no, but my point is like. This is something that we're doing which is fun. Like we're not trying to get a bigger bonus because we're fucking running banks or changing stocks or whatever.
Yeah.
Like we're doing this because we like doing this thing.
Yeah, so beat me.
So beat me.
Yeah,
Like do the thing.
Yeah.
Like like this is what we're doing. We're not trying to get money here. Like the money's sick. It's a bonus for a reason. Do the thing, beat me.
Yeah. But it happens in like they call it's collusion, isn't it? It happens in like
collusion
video games as well and stuff like that. If this like people are winning and if they go up against their mates, they're like, yo, please let me win and I'll split the money with you. That happened once in a video game tournament. It's like, let me win, we'll split the money with you. And I was like, yeah, cool. You let him win, you just didn't split the money with him. It's like, what the fuck, man? Like,
but you know what? I feel like that's something that like kind of when we started dancing was like a good thing. I feel like we've done, not me and you, but like we've done in our generation, I've done that a few times where it's like, not beat me and we'll split the money, but like if we get to the finals, we're splitting the money no matter who wins. But let's go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Let's go in. I think that's not. I don't see people doing that nowadays. Like if we both get to the finals, let's just split the money and have a fucking good time and go in. And then it's
people
like
don't do that anymore.
I don't think so.
I have no.
I have no frame of reference.
So
I haven't heard anyone doing something like that, but it's a good. You know, I feel like not so much now, but I've seen a lot of people that are like in the same crew or like really good friends, but like fucking calling bites against each other and stuff. And I'm like, that's your friend. Like, what's
I
happening?
don't know. I used to do that to Mus.
Did you?
Yeah, if it's your friends, you got to fucking get under this.
Like, beat me.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm like, I don't know.
I'm getting in your head.
Yeah.
If I battled you in popping, I'd fucking go nuts
Choose
on you.
M.
Yeah, I don't know. I felt like for me, it'd be more like, it's like, I don't know. I wouldn't try and get in my friend's head. I'd be like, I just want to try and beat. Like when I battled Harry, it's like,
I would do it way more. He's my friend.
Really?
I'm like,
yeah.
I'm like, I'm not even pulling my punches. I'm like specifically trying to kill you. I don't want us to be friends after this. I want you to quit.
You're never seeing my child again.
Yeah. I don't know why.
But you guys like that when you play sports? Like if you
we were like that when we played video games last night. We were like crying with laughter at your situation. We wouldn't have done that if we were playing against Vanessa.
But you were like trying to beat me in the game by like doing funny things, but it's like you weren't trying to piss me off. That's I think the difference for me. Is like if what?
He said you weren't trying to piss me off, and me and Lila teacher went.
Good friends.
Oh wait, that's what's fun about it.
That's what's fun. That's what we find fun. We like it's like if I'm pissed off or angry or like I've done something like, oh, fuck's sake, I spilt tea on my whatever, and you would be like Lee's cackling, and the more I get annoyed, he laughs louder. Like you'd be like, this is fucking fun. But
we were just doing it with a racing game. The more he crashes and gets annoyed and restarts, the funnier it is for me.
But I don't think he's actually. And like, if I thought he was actually getting annoyed, I wouldn't be. I'd be like,
no, but that's the game. It's like when it's not like one of the things where it's like after this we actually need to have a serious chat.
Yeah,
it's just I'm wound up, and it's like it's funny that you're wound up.
I think that's the when I'm saying pissed off, I'm talking like, you're actually like. You would finish the game and still be in a bad mood with me. If it's like, we're like pushing each other's buttons to wind each other up, then for sure.
Yeah.
I would,
and if it's
I would
like
do that.
inconsequential stuff, like if it's like this is going to affect your fucking family or your bank account, then it's like that's not fun.
Yeah, like if we're battling, like you're not tripping me up while I'm trying to do a floor round. You know what I mean? Like come on. He's like, I'd fucking kill you if I could.
No, but yeah, if it's like trivial things that like in the grand scheme of things don't
like talking shit, trying to put me off my round or something.
Yeah, cool. And it's like there are boundaries in it. So like I'll talk as much shit as I possibly can about you, but only about what you're doing.
Yeah.
Not anything that you haven't chosen.
Yeah.
So I won't be like, oh yeah, you pick a physical feature and be like, yeah, that you're fucking this or whatever in the middle of a battle. It's like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
It's like,
that's what I mean. That's what when you said pissed off, that's what I thought you meant is like you'd actually try and like hurt my feelings, and I'm like,
but I would a little bit, but with that, but as if
But
you did,
about the dance.
Yeah. If you did a floor move and you got like, I've done it before, like you got in my face, I'm like, that was fucking shit.
Yeah.
Like,
but that's for me. That's still like part of the game. It's like if we were playing basketball, it would be the same thing.
Yeah.
You'd be like, oh, I thought you were supposed to be fucking good at this. Like, like that's.
He would like elbow you and be like, oh, and you
broken rib, pussy.
Not like that. Yeah, we're not anarchists.
Well. Regular listeners of this pod would beg to differ.
Yeah. We have some moral code, I guess.
So you're not giving up a win to anyone unless you actually believed it.
Yeah, I have to believe it.
Even if you believed it, you wouldn't give it up.
Well, if it depends how much money's on the line. If there's big
finals
money,
of summer dance,
is there big money?
Let's say it's 2,000 euros.
If it's 2,000 euros,
that's not enough.
That's not enough.
And you feel like you got smoked by fucking Hoan, you would say I lost in the finals.
Yeah, there's a price, but that's not it.
Yeah.
If we're talking $1 billion,
Yeah. Then
10 grand.
I fucking won.
10 grand.
Are you saying
I'd think about
just for
considering.
one more round? If you thought you lost, but you were like, I think I can get him on this one. If we had one more round, I think I could give him a good chance.
It's not the price, but I'd think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Consider it.
It's still,
I'd do it for £200. I would lie for £200. In fact, I'd lie for £75.
Yeah, no. I think like realistic. Although I said no, I just fucking say because it's game the system. But if you're getting absolutely like if it's a slaughter and everyone knows it's a slaughter, you're just gonna look a bigger fool.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. I don't want to be that guy.
Yeah. But if it's like you win 50 grand, I say and then everyone's like, but you got smoked. You shouldn't have won. It's like, I know, but I got 50 grand.
Yeah, but like, I mean, that's the price, right? But like, but it's an event and I won 50 grand.
Let me give you another summer dance question.
Let's do it.
You get knocked out in the first round. You get beaten.
Yeah.
I'm pissed.
Yeah.
First
round, top 16, you lose. Then it went basically for anyone that doesn't listen. They do it by you battle the 3 judges, so there's 3 battles, and then whatever, and then someone.
Good explanation.
Yeah, and then whatever. So there's 3 battles, 3 judges against 3 people in the finals.
John's like, Luke, take it away. So I don't know. You battle and there's judges. Who's up first? Whatever.
Play them. Do their best.
Let me try again. They pick a top 12. They battle down to 3 winners. The 3 winners call out a judge each. And then after that, there is, again, 3 winners. And one of those people calls back anyone from the battle previously that they want to battle. I don't know how they decide who gets a judge and who gets to call someone back, but they do.
And it has to be someone that has battled, not from the pre-selections.
That's a good question, but I think it's got to be from the top 12 upwards.
Cool.
So let's say you lose in the top 12.
Yeah.
And then you get called back in the last, which is essentially the semi-finals.
Yeah.
Win the finals and win.
That's sick. Bro, if we were there, let's say we're all there, whatever, and let's say one of you got knocked out, and then the other one of us got
that's
the finals.
how would you go about it? Yeah.
I'd call you back. But I don't want to judge. Let me call someone back, and I'll be like, all right, cool, call him back.
So you get to you beat one of the judges, you get to the top 3.
Yeah.
I was knocked out in the thing, so you'd call me back to battle against you.
Oh, it's me.
Yeah, so you call the person that you want to battle.
I thought I was going to help you out by getting.
No, so that's the thing. So this is also the question. You're the person. You're the third person.
I'm calling back whoever's the shittest.
Yeah. So do you call back the shittest person for an easy win, or do you call back the best person?
No, me. I'd call back the best person.
Yeah, the best
Would
person.
you?
Yeah, I want to have the most fun because it's the finals.
And 2, I want to test myself. I want to like legit win. Like I have this like argument with like seeding. Like there's a lot of people in, let's say, the video game industry, for instance, at tournaments will be like, oh, my fucking pool's really hard, and they'll complain about seeding, which I get because I'm like, like you want the easiest chance. You don't want to have to play the hardest games, whatever. But like, let's say if I'm in the pool with like someone who is number 1, for me, I'm like, I'm gonna have to fucking like beat you at some point.
Yeah,
I might as well take you out now.
Yes,
rather than the finals.
And I want to intimidate everyone else by beating that person early on.
Yeah, because I'll have like my, let's say for example, football, or whatever. Let's say Japan beat Germany. I think they did, right, at the World Cup, or they beat someone.
Oh yeah, Japan beat Germany. Yeah.
Now every other team that's weaker than Germany or that's as good as Germany, Japan like, well, we beat fucking Germany. Yes. We're gonna take you. Like the hunger grows exponentially.
Yeah. And also for your opponents, they're like, oh well, we better take it seriously.
Yeah. So they're more intense. Yeah, the best person.
And plus, a third one is I think you're right. Like test yourself, and I think third one for me is I want to put on a show as well.
Yeah. So this is the question. Let's say you've got 2 people in the top 12 or 11 besides yourself. So you could either choose someone who I don't know who you might have in mind for this, but someone who's you think you could probably beat, but like you love their dance and you're gonna put on a fucking show going rounds against them,
right.
Or someone who's like you don't have a connection with them, you don't like, but they're the best. Like they just happen to get a bad.
Give me the best.
You just choose who's the best person. Yeah.
Because also when I win, I want to be like, I took out the best.
Yeah, that takes priority. That.
So like if there's a big, let's say like Green Tech got knocked out first round like by some fluke or whatever, you're like, I want to beat Green Tech if I'm going to do that. Yeah.
Because I'm not, and especially with someone like that, you know they're going to go nuts when they get brought back as well. So like they're just like he's just going to go full out, and I'm like, I want to do that one. Like that's the one. It shook me more than hurt. Where's the other one?
I took it away from you.
You mother... That was good.
Oh.
That was good.
Preemptive strike. Damn.
That was good.
Just throw it really hard. Friendly fire. So yeah, you're calling back the best person.
Yeah, it has to be.
Yeah. You're calling back the best person.
Yeah.
You wouldn't call back a friend If they weren't the best. Yeah, if they weren't the best,
No.
you wouldn't call them back just to be nice.
Should have won.
No.
Yeah.
Should have been the best.
I would look at them before I would go like this. Who are you calling back? Green tech.
I'd rate you so much.
Yeah.
I'd guess about, I'd be like, that was good.
Yeah.
Green tech.
Yeah. Not you. Yeah, fair enough.
I think everyone knows who I'm calling back. Right? Green tech, come up to the stage! Wish me luck, buddy.
Oh fuck. Yo, you know what would be the fucking most you guys thing to do? Imagine like in the break, like I get through to the top, or like you get through to the top 3 or whatever, and in the break you're like, you come up to me and you're like, you know, next round is on where I've got to call someone back.
Yeah.
And you're like, get ready. And I'm like stretching and like doing a warm up, and then you call back someone else, and I'm like, it's like, and who I'd like to call back is I start moving people like to come through the crowd.
I'd bring you on stage beforehand.
Yeah, you might as well just come
And I
sit
go,
there.
sit there.
Yeah. And it's just like Green Tech or Hoan just walks in front of me to do their battle, and I'm like,
You'd get your phone. I'd get my phone out.
Like, that's it.
Who I'm calling back? Green tech!
And then you look at us like, what? And I'm like, yeah, I just wanted you to hold my phone.
yeah.
Film my round,
He's
bro.
like, come. Can you film this for me? Green Tech! Oh, that would be hilarious.
Yeah, man, we're the worst friends.
Hilarious.
You'd be going to bed like you're staying at the same hotel room, like you're about to go, yeah, night, man, night. The lights are all off, and you just hear, Green tech! Green tech! Green tech!
All the Insta stories. Oh, fucking hell, mate. Fucking hell. What else is happening in this life of ours?
Fucking funny. Aim went to France.
Oh, AIM did go to France, yeah. Yeah, there was you know the Nike battle that
Yeah.
AIM did here. There was one in France. They did the same. They did like a partnership with Diablo. That was like the main guy, I guess, that like partnered with them, like the same way that AIM did.
Yeah,
But they held. Oh,
Is it
actually,
Diablo Red Bull?
I was going to show you that battle. He's on Red Bull and
Man's got 2 sponsors. Hello.
I was going to show you this. Did you see this light feet guy?
No.
I will show.
Almost definitely no.
Because everyone's like his round is going like around. His round is going
round is going around.
Round is going
I watched
I saw it
for
earlier.
some reason it was just on like it came up on the Instagram reels of like I think it was Red Bull New York Dance Your Style.
This one.
Or Free Your Style, and the New York people that were behind Majid, the 2 New York girls that were filming Majid, and they were like, zip him up, put him in a body bag, and Majid was getting so pissed off. That was hilarious.
American like trash talk is so funny.
And it's not Thanksgiving. She was saying it's not Thanksgiving. What does that mean? And it's not Thanksgiving.
Get up in his
Man,
ass.
that's so corny, man. Jesus Christ.
This is like going viral at the moment.
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen it?
It's Kieran's team.
He's on Kieran's team.
Yeah. No, he's on Kieran's
Is that
team.
Prince? That is pretty cool. That's cool. That's very good. Jesus Christ.
He's not stopping.
How many
not
hat
stopping.
tricks? Why? I haven't watched this. That was wild. He's like, please show me around, Jimmy.
You gotta say you lose.
Yeah. It's not even summer dance. John just shows up out of nowhere. You win or you lose.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's
Fuck
wild,
it.
I've
right?
seen so many hat tricks like from Crump, and like watching that throughout, I was just like, yeah, okay.
Is this a different
he's
round?
like doing all the same hat tricks that everyone does.
Same round.
And then like at one point, I was like, it was when he did the splits.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, that got me. And then he didn't stop.
Yeah.
And I went,
And that was halfway.
yeah.
Bro, I've seen so many people try to do a hat trick where they're like, yeah. Oh, fuck.
Yeah. That is wild. Because I feel like also with those things, it's like each trick you do, there's so much risk.
Yes.
For error, yeah.
And the more you do, the more risk there is because you've built. It's like a fucking I don't know if it's like a video game thing, you know, like build
Tony
up
Hawk's the grind thing where the longer it is, the more it's going to do.
Yeah.
or you have so many tricks in a row that you've killed. If you nail this one, you've ruined all the thing. It's like if he did all of that and then the very last one he dropped, you fucked the entire round.
Yeah.
That's mad. That is mad. And to be that like...
That's what makes it fucking super impressive.
How many of those do you reckon he fucks up? Or do you reckon he doesn't do it unless he's 100% sure he's going to nail it?
He's probably done it so much at home.
I just don't reckon he fucks up, man. I remember I went to Lille once for a battle, and I remember Karam was there, and I was doing the pop-in, Kofi was doing the hip-hop, and Karam was doing the break-in. And I was like, oh yeah, like how you getting on? He was like, yeah, just on the court. He's like, yeah, it was easy. Like he goes,
Karam.
yeah, and he goes, yeah, I just have to not crash. And I was like,
Yeah.
I was like,
All I have
fuck,
to do
yeah,
is
you just know that you're not going to.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, I guess it's just in this situation, he just knows that he's just not going to drop the fucking hat.
That's crazy.
That's
Yeah.
just reps on reps on reps.
I hadn't watched that before this. I was like saving it for now. That is like so many. Yeah, you must be sitting there just doing it.
Because I heard this phrase, it was like, it's only a risk when you're not confident in what you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, if he knows he can do it.
Like even if he was learning a new hat trick, because he's done so many different varying degrees of difficult hat tricks, learning this new specific hat trick isn't going to take, like he's going to learn it in an instant because he understands the rules of hat tricks. Or
yeah, like the dynamics of how the hat moves and stuff. And
which is to say that we understand how insanely impressive that is.
Yeah.
It's not to take away from it at all. It's to say that like you must have done reps on reps on reps so much to know that you know
put
you're
it off in front of thousands of people in the most
because
makes it doubly impressive.
Yeah.
if you did one hat trick and did it like 3 times and nailed it on the third, you're like, all right. But yeah, to do that many in a row. And what I find super impressive is like, because I think it's valued a little bit differently in light feet, and like I may be talking shit, but disclaimer at the beginning of the video. But like I feel like in light feet, this kind of flow and continuity that we have in like a lot of the top styles in Europe is not valued as much. So they can stop and set up a trick and it's not really seen as like,
like stop the flow of it.
So if you like, let's say you're doing a popping round and you stop where you are and then you walk to the other side of the stage and then do a floor move. It's like, what are you doing? Like it's supposed to flow.
Yes.
Whereas in light feet, I've seen them like, and from the kind of little conversations I've had with Kieran, I think it's more accepted that you could be doing your round and then you can like literally stop, like put a shoe on the floor, stand over there, do this thing, and then go and trick, and then everyone's like, oh shit, and it's like part of the.
That's super weird.
Thing is to like set up your tricks or like do these things if you want to.
But think about the nature of it, right? It's like part of the reason that must be accepted as well is because each trick has enough impact for us to have enough gap between the next one, right? Because it's like what you don't want what you tell people to do is like don't do a trick and then immediately try and do something else straight away because you have to get people to digest. And I think he's letting each one breathe for the right amount. It's like a person that, you know, when they're doing like monologues for SNL or whatever, and they nail it and they start the new joke just before the laughter dies out on the last one. They keep doing this to the sound.
That's what his was.
Yes.
Perfectly. I feel like it's very, the way he, from seeing other light feet dancers, I feel like the way that one does, and it's not better or worse, but he's that fit more for like European consumption, which is why I think it's going wild over here, especially from France, where it's like, I've seen people do crazy hat tricks, like from videos that like Kieran showed me or whatever. But I think the way that he fit that into the round and just kept it on beat, kept it going is very like how we like to see tricks. And we like to see that. If that was a B-boy doing that with like power moves, it would still be cool. But the fact that he's doing it with a hat that could fall, we're like, oh shit, that's what we like to see with something that we never see it done with. Also the fact that like he did like the thing that made everyone blow up and kept on going. And it was like him saying, shut the fuck up, I'm not finished yet. Yeah.
And everyone was just like, oh, okay, he's not done.
It's like he got to that peak where it's like, oh, this is where we would expect it to finish. But he's like, oh no, there's a higher peak.
Yeah. Settle down, kids. I'm nowhere near finished yet.
That's wild, bro. It's not even Thanksgiving.
It's a lot. And it's not Thanksgiving. She was so pissed.
Such a random thing.
I want to find that.
And it's not Thanksgiving.
And it's not Thanksgiving. And my t-shirt's yellow.
If I find it, can you put it on the thing?
Yes.
Sick. I'm going to find it.
So these bits you just cut out?
What?
Where it's just like we're all on our phones.
We'll see. Maybe not.
Chop it up.
Chop it up. Chop it down.
I am brown.
Yeah, that was wild. So that battle was in collaboration with Nike in France. Nike. And what else?
Why Nike?
Because I got told off for saying Nike.
By who?
By someone that works at Nike.
Did they make up Nike?
No, but it's the way you say it in like ancient Greek is a bit more like that, I guess. Like,
ancient Greek, they had Nike in ancient Greek.
It's a god. It's a Greek god. That's where it comes
Nike
from. Yeah.
is an ancient Greek god.
Yeah. That's the whole thing. Is like it's
That shut him up.
What?
It's the god of that's why it's called Nike.
Of what? What's the god of?
Goddess of victory. There you go.
Goddess of victory.
Nike is a winged goddess of victory. Athletes who wanted to win worshipped her. Even today, she has some significance to athletes.
That's sick.
Well,
Nike's-
fuck me, man. That's pretty cool.
if you similarity between Nike's wings and a famous swoosh symbol, I guess it's like
Wow. I like Nike way more now.
Yeah, it's Nike all the time. You fucking Nike losers. It's Nike.
fuck Adidas. No, I'm
Wow,
joking.
that's brilliant.
Adidas. If you're listening, I love
It'd be
you.
hilarious if they got it wrong and it was actually Nike.
Well, yeah, I've never met an ancient Greek person, so. But yeah, I said this a couple of pods ago, but I was told that it's a thing that people go like roll their eyes at if you say Nike.
Really?
Yeah, if you work like if you're in the Nike camp.
They're like, well, I can imagine, yeah.
No, I mean, yeah, it's like saying the name of something wrong.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, do you know that new dance, Lightfoot? You'd be like, oh, okay, all right.
And it's not Thanksgiving.
And it's not Thanksgiving.
Wow, that's crazy.
That is sick.
Yeah, Nike.
You went, nah.
Nah. You know, they got I think it's like some secretary or something to design the logo. And like she got shares of the company, I think, instead of getting paid. Because it was like at the time that they did it, it was a really small company. It was the two guys, Phil Knight and the guy who was his coach. I forget his fucking name. Bill? No. Oh, yeah. Anyway, so it was like two guys and it was like a really small company and they were just working out of the University of Oregon at the time. And they needed a logo for the company. So they just asked like this, I think a secretary or someone that was.
I don't think it was I think they were at like some convention and it was someone who was like a student or whatever.
I think it was a student, but I think it was someone that was at the University of Oregon.
University. Oh, okay. Secretary. Sorry. I thought you meant secretary at Nike.
She was a graphic design student at at Indian Institution.
She still
of
got her
Design.
shares as well.
Anyway, yeah, so she got shares in. Oh, that's not.
Like
yeah,
20p or something.
because they were like, "Oh, we
ridiculous.
can't pay you. We don't have any money, so we'll give you like shares in this thing." And then it fucking blew up, and now she's probably
What
raking
a
it in.
brilliant business
Someone told me
decision.
about that actually. Like,
Wow.
I was talking to. I don't know whether it matters where I say who it is, but I was talking to someone about like business and stuff, and I was saying about me wanting to expand the capsule and like not having money to pay people, but I need a team. And he was like, "Yeah, you can offer them like part ownership or shares in the company in order to." Pay, and then like if they believe in you enough, it's like when this makes money or becomes a thing that you sell or whatever.
Don't you have to turn it into a corporation first?
Yeah, I mean, this was further down the line of like
Right.
what steps I'd take, but
Yes.
yeah. Go on, show us the Thanksgiving.
You hold it because it's you. This is Majid losing to someone from New York at Dancing Style New York.
Why are you smiling so hard already?
And what those people
Because it's
just
not
shouting.
Thanksgiving. Where's that one?
Okay.
You want to come to New York? This is what you do. This is what you do. Yeah. Go back.
I know this guy. He's a Lightfoot guy as well.
It's not Thanksgiving. And it's not Thanksgiving yet.
What?
Whoa. Oh, TV dinner. TV dinner.
Yeah, he's just like, what's happening?
Nigga out of here. Stupid.
Oh wow!
Get him out of here. Get him out of here.
Yo, just right behind him in his ear.
Bro, at the end of the like, if you
Damn.
Push him over.
Just so.
no.
I think he like made fun of the guy's move or
No,
something.
he did like some floor move, and I think it's hat. Like he tried to do it like a
My
hat trick or
God.
something like that, and he picked up his item of clothing and then did a trick with it and chucked it back at him, and everyone went nuts. And then at the end, like if you watch the actual
I think that
event,
guy's called Noah.
like if you watch the actual event, like the girls are like, "Yeah, come on," and we're just like, "No, don't touch me."
I would be
French,
pissed.
apparently, I don't know.
Everyone's French. If I don't know their accent, they're French.
And it's not Thanksgiving
Yeah, it's this guy,
yet.
Noah. Noah a lot. That's hilarious. You want?
He looks like Gavin.
He does look like Gavin, actually.
He does look like Gavin.
Yo, is Gavin a light feet
I'm
dancer?
saying this to Gavin.
And it's not even Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
Get that nigga out of here, you stupid!
Yo, imagine that. Like, you're-
TV dinner. What do you mean?
imagine you're battling and it's like that's right behind your ear with a phone just filming you, and you're like,
They're standing up as well. Like everyone else is sitting down. There's these two girls going. "Ah!"
I don't, you know what?
that's like what you guys would
Yeah,
do.
I was going to say, as much as it annoys me, I'll be like, I rate that.
Yeah.
But like I was saying, because we were saying this to Vanessa, like there is like a certain amount of stupid.
You do that. Like, I feel like now if I was battling and I was losing, you'd do that on purpose
I'd
to
be
me.
like, and it's not Thanksgiving.
Like, fuck. That's the code word for losing now. It's like, if someone, imagine I'm hosting and I'm like, well, it's definitely not Thanksgiving.
He's looking like a real.
That's the
TV
British
winner.
version. It's definitely not Thanksgiving.
We were saying like there's a certain level of craziness that you need to be able to go to a hostile environment and use that negative energy as fuel to make you better.
Oh yeah, you're a maniac if you love that.
Fucking love that shit.
Yeah.
Like going somewhere where the entire crowd is against you and being like, yeah,
Like
give
Usyk
me
being
more.
like, I want Anthony Joshua in London.
Bro, that is like Tyson Fury. Like,
Yeah.
I want to fight you in your back garden. It's like, I love that.
So you guys watch fight sports more than me.
Yeah.
Fight sports.
Mentality wise, is that not what you call it?
And welcome back to Fight Sports Talk. Luke, what were you going to say about fight sports?
Is that not what you call it?
Combat
sports.
Combat sports, yeah.
Oh, all right. Combat sports.
Fight Sports Talk.
You guys like that kung fu shit. What's the benefit of doing that?
Doing
What, fighting someone?
No. What's the point of all that shit? No, like doing the thing where you said like fighting the person in there.
Because it puts the pressure. If you're able to handle like, one, it shows like the intimidation factor. I'm not scared of no one rooting for me. In fact, the more you root for your boy, the more I want to push. The more I want to push him.
Push him.
I want to push you up, man.
You can see I'm really intimidating in fight sports.
Imagine you did it. I'm gonna push you. Put. Fuck it.
Worry.
Restart.
Just walks out the door and comes back in the other side.
Let's start this conference again. Yeah, like the more I'm gonna push your boy shit, and it's like Khabib versus Conor. Like everyone was like, yeah, Conor, and like everyone's screaming for Conor McGregor, and like everyone he's fought, no one's backed down. Like everyone's backed down from him.
Yeah.
And Khabib like takes the mic and says, "Saturday night, guys, I'm gonna smash your boy. Don't worry." Like with a nice smile on his face, like I'm gonna.
Bro,
fuck
he
him
goes,
up.
"This one's for you. I come here to smash your boy, guys." Like,
And then fucking levels him in front of everyone, and everyone just instantly goes, "Yeah, okay, he's the best."
Yeah.
like and it's like, think about it, like, because sports, it works anyway. When you're on your home court advantage, for example, whatever, it works anyway. You got the whole crowd screaming. Imagine just in general, like your aim is to just beat the shit out of the person in front of you, and you're kind of backs against the wall, and then your whole room just goes, "Yeah, go, Luke," and you're like, you got this flurry, right? And then the guy in front of you is like this,
Yeah.
come. And you're like,
It's more scary almost. Do you think that's more of a combat sport thing than like basketball or something? Because I feel like you wouldn't have that with the NBA.
You have that in the NBA in the
like
playoffs.
they want to go
like
and
you
play.
have home court advantage and stuff like that. So like,
No, but the opposite. I'm saying.
of one team.
yeah. Some people like winning in
Away.
because the reason there's two things. One, there's a lot of pressure on the person who has home court advantage because they're like, I'm expected to win because I have all this support behind me.
Yeah.
And two, for the person going against the home court advantage, the crowd are your validation that what you're doing is working.
Right.
Like if you're able to beat someone in their house, they're more likely to quit. If you beat them while you have the home court advantage, in their head they can be like, yeah, but you had the home court advantage. I wasn't really supposed to win. If I beat you when you're in your most comfortable environment and the crowd are no longer like the crowd are worried for you, in your head you're gonna have more of those thoughts of, I don't think I can beat this guy.
Right, because they beat me when all the odds were against them in a way. So that's a real like.
Yeah.
And that's even more fun. Like when you're, for me, when it's in dancing, I like it even more, right? Because it's like, it's now we're getting into these like established judging systems. But before, when we were traveling a lot, it was just the people would say like, "Oh yeah, I'm looking for this," or "Yeah, I'll tie a lot," or "Yeah, I want him to win because he's my boy," whatever.
Yeah, the
like,
Wild West.
Yeah, when you face someone in their country, it was even better. Like for me, I loved not getting cheered for. Like when I was at Battle Bad or Lil or whatever, and it's like, and no one would make a peep. For me, it's like, now I'm gonna get you.
Yeah.
Like I loved that.
I don't think I'm the same, but I kind of like. I like getting cheers in somebody else's place, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Right.
So
right.
like when I battled a girl she beat me, but like I was battling a girl from Lille when we were in Lille, that one that I lost. But it's like, there was a lot of people from Lille that were like cheering or came up to me afterwards and was like, "Oh, that was sick." And I'm like, that feels good because I'm like, you don't have any reason to like me. You know what I mean? I'm not just someone that's around your scene. You don't know me. It's like completely fresh. And if you wanted to, you could be like, "Fuck this outsider guy."
Yeah.
But it's like, if you come up to me and you're like, "Oh, that was a sick round." I'm like, "Oh, you actually think that?" Like you're not trying to be my friend or whatever.
Like for example, like for Miami Heat, the best feeling as a Miami Heat fan is when we're playing someone in their city, and it's like 5 minutes left, and you can hear "Let's go Heat, let's go Heat" in the city. You're like, "Fuck you guys, yeah,
Yeah.
taken over." You know what I mean?
I like that. I was saying to the kids that I teach that like, it's like there's no motivator like hate, right? But it's short term, and the longevity is love. Like, and like it's like I
What
don't.
a profound thing to say. Yeah, go
Like,
on.
I'm kind of clever. So
It's not even Thanksgiving. Go on.
get out here, you stupid.
we found the fucking title.
Just what I thought. Yeah.
It's not even Thanksgiving, really. It's like, like it's cool. Like you're right. Like like when people from their town give me love and like it's super nice. But it's like I don't need it because I've got that here.
Yeah,
Like,
right,
and my love is the reason I'm here, and the reason I'm enjoying this is because this and like the hate motivating factor is really helpful to me. Just be like, fuck you a little bit.
Yeah,
but the long term is like I like you're not stopping me from loving this thing. You know when Harry talking about like I just love popping so much. It's
Yeah.
like same like with popping and with making art. I love it so much. There's nothing you can do to make me not like this. And it's like, and so like the more you try to make me not like it or make me feel bad when I'm doing it,
Lean into it.
yeah, it's like cool. Give it to me because like if you give me compliments, it's gonna work. If you give me hate, it's gonna work. Like,
And also, like, the other thing, if you beat someone in their own town, the cool thing is everyone from the town, like, knows what you've just done, respects it, and goes, I'm a fan of you, man.
Yeah.
Like, they like
For the
the
most
underdog
part.
story, for the most part.
Yeah.
Like, after Khabib beat Conor, like, Khabib was seen as, like, oh, he's the best. Whereas before Khabib beat Conor, everyone was like, yeah, but Conor's really the greatest. Like, if Conor beat, like, if they face, Conor would probably beat him. Do you know what I mean? And then after that, it was like, oh, it's undeniable. We have to give you your props.
Yeah.
You beat my favorite person.
yeah, I love that. I bloody love that.
I bloody love that. You know what I like about like battling overseas as well is like
Go on.
no matter how much like you feel weird or like you don't know the town, you don't know the language, you don't know the customs, whatever. But it's like as soon as you get into an event, it's like it kind of transcends wherever you are. It's like, oh, I'm familiar with everything. Like the host can be talking and you're like, I'm pretty sure I know what he's saying. Like
Yeah.
even if you're in fucking Japan, you're like, he's saying something about prelims probably, and then the prelims start, you're like, I'm familiar with this format. I know as soon as I will wait to hear my name, he says my name, go do my thing. I wait, there'll be a break and then we'll come back and I'll wait for my battle if I got through. Like you're familiar with the whole setup, even if you're like, it's like home away from home kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like you're in another country, but you're like, oh yeah, this is like, it's almost like transcends the country you're in. It's just like, oh, this is the
Environment I'm used to.
yeah.
And you
it's-
know how to navigate as well. Like, say if you're in a battle, it's like, and you don't speak the language, you're like, okay, what was it? 1 or 2 rounds?
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
like-
And they know what you're trying to
Yeah,
say.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
like we all know the common shit. It's like I guess with sports as well. It's like, you know, if you boxing or basketball, whatever, if you travel to another city or another country or whatever, it's like, well, as soon as you just like step onto let's say the basketball court, it's like, cool, we know how everything goes down. We know the rules. It's like we're all speaking the same language. It's like kind of corny
like,
as that is.
That's like the one thing I hear the most, like let's say in UFC, like through all the fight talk and all of the like hype, if they're hyping up one specific person and the other person's not really getting hype, like I know things are like shit's about to hit the fan if the person who's not getting the hype is like, yeah, like all like people are like, oh, all these people are screaming for him. Does it affect you? Does it bother you? And he's like, yeah, no, like I understand that they're cheering for him, but as soon as the cage door closes, it's just me and him.
Yeah, it's
and
like-
then you're like, oh,
It's like that
shit,
Key and
that's
Peele
real, yeah.
sketch.
He said God chose him. That doesn't make sense, really. But yeah, like when you're like, oh, it doesn't matter. All of this other stuff is just noise. We're on equal footing the second we touch the dance floor or the court or the octagon or whatever the fuck it is. So yeah, because it's the same scenario. You know, the environment hasn't changed that much.
Games are the best. Isn't it?
Yeah,
Isn't it just games? They're just it's just the best.
it is
Doesn't
fun.
matter what it is.
It's the gladiator. Test your might without having to die if you lose.
Yeah, that's why dance battles are so sick, bro. Like, don't get me wrong, I love sparring people, but like dance battles, I
That
don't,
hurts,
yeah, I don't want to keep getting punched in the face.
especially when it's not even Thanksgiving.
TV dinner. Majid must have been so pissed. Do you think a little bit of
It's like
him?
you're very loud. Shut up.
You think a little bit of him was like, I'm attracted to you.
Imagine if they were hot and you're like, would you shut the? Oh, hey.
I don't know what it is, but that type of like New York
'Cause it's
boyish, like, yeah, stupid. Like if a girl talked to me like that, I'd be like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there is something. It makes me think of like Jennifer Lopez type of like.
Some people are like, that's not ladylike at all. Stay away
Yeah.
from me. Like I need.
And you're
my
like,
woman
Nah,
to get
that's
women.
fun.
And a bit of me is like, Yeah? He's so stupid in the bedroom. Come on. It's not Thanksgiving.
Just with the door closed, you just hear that, and you're like, "What's happening?"
I think there's something going wrong downstairs. Something about it's not being Thanksgiving.
They're cooking something.
It's January. I don't get it.
He's really angry about TV dinners.
All I know is one of them's stupid. Brilliant. Any more fucking topics?
Well, I don't have any dance-related topics that I want to bring up, Luke. I have to admit.
Yeah.
I read it. That top note. That's a 10. There's nothing I could think of. Oh, okay, come on, yeah, let's do this instead. This is way better.
Is it?
It's an evil laugh.
Would you rather have the ability to see 10 minutes into the future or 150 years into the future? But that's
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
That's dumb.
Yeah.
What?
Who wrote these questions?
Ugh.
For someone who fucking likes TV.
Oh,
dinners?
no, wait.
No.
10 minutes. For sure.
Why?
Because 10 minutes is, I feel like you could control that more. Like, you'd be able to control the outcome of what might happen in those 10 minutes. Because you know, right, something that I'm doing is going to, very shortly, is going to impact that result. But 150 years into the future, you don't know what you did that made that happen.
Yeah, it would just be a curiosity killer of like, oh, cool, that's what the future looks like. But you wouldn't be able to really affect any change, I don't think. Like, what's going to happen in 150 years that would even matter to us now?
Are you turning it on or off, or is it that you're always aware of it?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't,
That's a good question.
Let's set the boundaries.
If you're
ourselves.
always aware of it, I feel like
That would be more likely.
I'd get really anxious if I could see
either
10
way,
minutes.
yeah, 10 minutes, yeah, I'd get really anxious. 150, I'd be like, it's so far ahead, like, who cares?
Would you rather be in jail for a year
150.
or lose a year
You can
off
turn
your
it on and
life?
off 150.
Sorry, but no, or just 150. I think it'd be more
Really?
Yeah, I think it'd be more sensible. Think about it, right? Because 150 is a long time, right?
Yeah.
And it's like immediately it's about how I can prosper, like straight away, right? But with all of the shit going on, with tension between states and climate change and all this sort of shit, you'd be able to be like,
This is how it turns out.
yeah, this is how it turns out, and you'd be able to piece together the information from that time of 150 years to be able to say
He's swaying me.
and reverse engineer it and be like, this is why we need to look into this right now. Or actually, I was going to fucking chat shit, I'm getting a house on the coast. Like you'd be able to you'd be able to
Yeah, 10 minutes
But
wouldn't
I
be able
think
to help
150,
much.
there's so much. The reason why I wouldn't want that is because there's so much, like, I don't know if you would be able to piece it together because there's so many
too far.
environmental issues, so many things outside of
Variables.
variables outside of your control that you don't know what it is that's caused that.
Yeah, you're like thinking about climate change or something, and you're like, oh, we're all wiped off the face of the earth, and it's like in 149 years, there's a fucking comet that comes, and you're like, nah, fuck. You know what I mean? Like you don't know what it is.
But you could tell them that.
This is choose
I
a
feel-
different one. There's too many different, because I'm thinking just in my life, like I can see into my life in the future. I'm not like looking at the world from like a godly third person perspective. I can just see this room 10 minutes from
Well,
now.
the reason I'm thinking that is because if you can't see your life 150 years into the future,
you don't,
right? So it's like you'd have to be able to see something, which is like whose viewpoint are you seeing it from? And if it's not a single viewpoint, then it has to be a discursive one, right? Where it's not discursive, sorry, a wider one where you can just go.
I like how you can just say words and we'll say yeah because you're smarter than me.
Yeah,
You were
it's like,
discursive and went yeah.
it's like that. It sounds a ridiculous word to use, and we're like,
It was, wasn't
thank
it?
God he changed it.
But it's like you'd have to be seeing it from some kind of third person perspective, right? So like, can you maneuver with that perspective? And if you can, then you can assess that.
Well then yeah, if you could do that, if that's the case.
But you have to be able to do that in both of them then, because it
if you
doesn't
could
say
do that in both
10
of
minutes
them,
in the
then-
future in...
like Japan or something. So you could be like, and then let's say we're at war or something like that.
Well,
and
then
you've got
no, I would
10 minutes.
150, yeah.
All I'm
think
thinking
I'm
about is how would this be able to make me rich?
That's what, and I think that's the go-to, innit?
Yeah.
But it's like you've actually, if you've got an opportunity there, it's like, yo, you could really save everyone.
Or I could go to the future 150 years from now, see what is the, making the most money or what invention there is and be like, I'm going to invent it first.
You could.
True.
You can't do that 10 minutes. I was thinking 10 minutes would be better because it's like, I don't know, I'm in an audition room and I can see how it's going to go when I come out in 10 minutes. It's like, oh, I'll change. But that's from a singular viewpoint.
Yeah.
If it's from a
True.
tertiary
Yeah.
viewpoint, what was the word you used?
Tertiary.
Discursive.
Discursive. But you said that word was wrong.
Yeah, I think it is. Use it in when you're talking about learning environments. So discursive is when you're learning from different places. And that's what I was saying about multiple viewpoints. That's why I just said use wider. Yeah.
Top note. Would you rather have one
Harriet.
real get out of jail free card
Yeah.
or a key that opens any door?
Key that open it.
I never go to jail.
Oh, that is a get out of jail free card.
Yeah.
A key that opens any door. Well done, guys. That was easily solved. Would you rather know the history of every object you touched or be able to talk to animals?
Talk to animals. Talk to animals is a
Okay,
is a superpower.
pros of both.
History of every object you touch.
What could you do
you're
with that power?
Probably gonna bore
history.
a lot of people.
No, history.
You
Bible.
could bore a lot. Yeah, you could like really know all the
Yeah,
shit.
but if no one else, but
When it was written.
yeah,
but if they know that your power's real, then it's
You know,
holds more weight.
but you know everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
if you know the power's real, then it's different. But
Oh,
still,
good point.
like animals,
Like if they don't believe you, it's
yeah,
fucked.
it's pointless.
But,
could know,
you
but-
you're talking to them, but you can't control them. Brother, imagine trying to talk to a polar bear. Yo, can you help me out? I'm going to eat you.
Fuck.
What? But
Or you go to a
but-
zoo and everyone's just like, we're trapped, please help us.
But
And you're
you'd
like,
be able to barter. You'd be able to barter with the animals because you'd be like, right, I understand the world more than you.
I
do
can get you
because
food if you let
I
me.
can get you food if you help me out.
But we don't understand their
Free
level of
food for
intelligence. It
life.
doesn't say
yeah,
anything
imagine
about-
you could talk to them and they're just like, it's like, so listen, and they're like, I'll kill you now. You're like, I didn't expect you to talk like
Well,
that.
I
yeah.
wouldn't be speaking to polar bears. I was speaking to the intelligent animals. I'd be like, look, dear, gather up all your deer friends
Look, dear.
and build me a little
Deer.
castle. all
The
right?
intelligent animals, not polar bears, deer. The ones that
Yeah,
eat
it's like
out of
not
our
pol-
palms
yeah.
in our car windows.
Not
when
the
we go
dumb
to
ones like polar bears and deers are just like headbutting each other in the woods.
Gets their horns stuck on each other. Deer.
Yeah, deer was a poor choice of animal to go to. I just said the first thing.
Pig or raven.
Dolphins.
Why a pig? Ravens are very smart.
Yeah.
Well, in terms of the way we measure intelligence and problem solving tasks, yeah, they're brilliant.
Ravens can like use tools and shit.
Yeah.
Well then, yeah, bear ravens. Rick and Morty. Come on.
Come on. History.
Animals.
History
Let's see
and
who
animals.
wins.
Okay. Fair. Who wins? What's the right answer?
It's a superhero.
But
fight.
you just squash all of the religious arguments immediately. Be like, no, Jesus wasn't there. Moses did it. Buddha was mates with Vishnu. Like,
Yeah.
like all of that stuff.
True.
Yeah, true. You'd, be able
Hitler didn't say that.
you'd become the king of the world.
Winston Churchill didn't do anything.
You know what's funny? It's like, would you rather have an easy job working for someone else or work for yourself but work incredibly hard? It's like, we've already made that decision. That's what we're doing now. This pod doesn't set itself up.
Or what was that? Would you rather control animals but not humans?
Would you rather be able to control animals but not humans with your mind or control electronics with your mind? Ooh.
Electronics.
Why?
Is
'Cause that's the
electronics
future.
including just electricity?
You can control AI.
Yeah, anything electronic. So, yeah.
Yeah. Electronics.
Because I was thinking like electronics, but I was like, well, if it's not just electricity as well, then if electronics become null and void, then it's not going to be a very good power. But if you can just like collect electricity or whatever.
Like
it's-
control electronics. Think you'd,
Yeah,
bruv,
like
the world
anything
would be
with a
yours.
computer chip in it.
You could just get rid of all nukes.
Yeah.
You could make all energy resources renewable.
You're just asleep and they're like, the news wakes you up and it's like, a nuclear missile has been launched. And you're like,
No, it hasn't.
yeah. And they're like, it's reversed itself. You just go back to sleep.
It broke apart in the air and turned into a flower.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually.
Mind.
So you could drive any car
Yeah.
with your mind.
Yeah.
You wouldn't need to. You just create a jetpack on your feet like Iron Man.
Yeah. Oh, all the stuff would just come.
Yeah.
Oh, is
Create
that,
a teleporter
is
Oh,
yeah.
and see into the future. That's the best superpower.
Yeah, controlling animals is not super helpful, I believe.
Well, no, it's not bad.
It's not. Yeah, it's not bad.
You could do a lot with an army of squirrels.
Or an army of tigers.
Or an army of robotic squirrels.
I had a dream
Tigers.
that I was getting chased down by 3 tigers in Japan,
Jesus.
and
Are there
it was
tigers in
terrifying.
Japan?
No, they were just in the city. They were just
Oh.
chasing me.
That does sound terrible.
Was it that thing where when you run, like everything, a leaf fell off your plant? When you run, you're not actually running very fast.
No. I solved that. Yeah, I don't know why that doesn't happen anymore. Like in my dreams, I can just sprint, but it's like and I do like these like dives and whatever, but they just wouldn't leave me alone.
What's your viewpoint in your dream? Is it from like through your eyes, or like can you see yourself like a little camera following you?
It's mostly first person, but if I do something cool, it's third.
If you do something cool, it's
Yeah.
that's so sick.
And it goes in like slow motion.
Like a
pans.
video game.
Yeah. Then I go back in.
Look at the whatever the view camera is.
Should we do one more?
What's
Yeah.
yours?
Mostly third.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Sometimes it's first.
Such a
with
gamer.
certain things.
Yeah.
Just so embedded in his
Just
mind.
floating, but it just knows what the back of his head looks like.
In his games, he's sitting there like this, controlling himself. So got a problem. Would you rather be born again in the same country, so you know everything, you retain your knowledge, you retain your smart,
It's a good country to be born in.
but you or
wherever
be
the
born
other-
again in a different country of your choosing? Like it basically, if you had to be born again,
Of
would you
my
be born
choosing.
here? Or would
Yeah,
you be
my
born in a different country?
We're black, so
Yeah, it's pretty bad everywhere.
Oh, fucking hell. I feel like that's how we end the pod. Well, thanks for tuning in, guys.
black square on the screen.
Like and subscribe to the YouTube. Check out us on Insta. Buy t-shirts. You can't buy this one, but you can buy other ones. Bye, guys. Have a good one.
The second he asked that question, I was like, he doesn't know. He doesn't realize he's talking to me.